So my name is Andy Mulholland. We're in Rochester, Minnesota, about 80 miles south of Minneapolis-St. Paul area, about 100,000 people in our market. And I'm the owner of our independent brokerage, which is the Handy Andy Real Estate Experts. So we will close somewhere between 250 and 300 transactions. It's almost halfway through the year, and we're well on pace to do 300 right now. Okay. So I've been with NAEA for about 2 years now, started in the elite program and worked up through the mastermind. So when I came across NAEA, the thing that drew me to it was a different, better way to do the business for the client and for myself and my family. So when I first joined NAEA, the year before I did 78, the year that I joined about halfway through the year, went up to 105. The scariest part for me was that I was experiencing growth and I was tempted by this growth that was there, and I saw what it could be, I saw what it could do for my financial future, but I saw on the flip side, I saw all the negative things that came with it with the traditional model. When I moved to the company, I moved to a larger franchise the year before I believe I joined NAEA to chase an agent who was just blowing it out of the water and had been doing that for 20 years. As soon as I got there, the wind was let out of my sails because I realized what her life was like, and it made me realize that that was absolutely not the direction I wanted to go. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know how to get there. I knew that that wasn't it, but I was kind of at a loss. It ended up being a video that I watched with you and Mike in it that made me realize that these guys have something that, that's exactly what I'm looking for. So the challenge was to continue the growth that I was on without the discouraging side effects of that growth. So the thing I was concerned with most with seeing these other agents that were successful in my market in more of a traditional model was the fact that they worked all the time. It was interesting. I was good friends with this top agent's son, and she was divorced. She had been remarried to another agent in their office, and there was all that going on. But he told me when we were, in 10th grade, hanging out, that he never saw his mom. That he was very proud of her. She was very successful, but he never saw her. I just knew that just wasn't it. I also saw and heard things within the office and really noticed that it was 7 days a week for her. She'd go on vacation, always working while she's on vacation. I just knew that if this was a business I was going to do, that just wasn't the way that I was going to do it. When I first joined NAE, it was just like a traditional model. It was, and that was just the only way that I knew. I had this vision or this dream that there was something else out there, a different way to do it. I thought I was just going to figure it out. In fact, when I first saw the video on NAE, I'm like, who are these guys? If they can figure it out, I can go figure this thing out. But then it clicked on me. It's like, why would I do that? Why would I do that? These guys have it figured out. But now, it's just a different model. It's a business mindset. And I think that's the biggest shift for me. But what that means is that the business works for me as the business owner versus me working to build or create a job for myself. And that's really what this other top agent had created. And good for her, that's what she loves. For me, it wasn't the right thing. So now, literally, I don't work evenings. I do not work Saturday or Sunday. I run the business around my lifestyle versus the other way around. Before NAEA, again, I guess I came from a business background. My dad ran a small business in our town, and I really enjoyed that side of it. Real estate for me in the first few years didn't have that. It was missing that piece just because that just wasn't how real estate was done. I'm stubborn enough that, I knew that there was something else out there. I just didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it would look like. So, I guess for me, it's just that mindset of having the business work for me versus me working for the business. Realizing that, there's so much more to it than homes and real estate and all that stuff. I think agents get so focused on, I sell houses, and that's really what their business is that they sell houses, they sell homes and sell property. I'm a business owner, and I think that's probably the biggest shift, since joining NAEA. I think a lot of agents out there, they know that is out there. They know that that's there. They see other agents doing it. They see this team approach. They see all these things, but they don't know how to get there. They don't know how to get there. They don't. One of the most powerful things for me to be part of this group is I'm a like a lot of us, we just mimic what we see. I'm like 3M. I take something and I try to make it better. And so, but if I don't know if I can't take something, it's hard for me to make it better. And so when I see other agents doing this and this and this that I know is the right way to run and do this business, you know, I'm motivated to try to take that and make it better. But it's that stepping stone effect. And I think that's the power of all doing this together versus when I first saw you and wanted to go figure it out on my own. I'm like, wait a second, no, let's do it together. Yeah, so to be an expert advisor, when you pull up to a home, or in my case, people come to your office, you know, it's about differentiating yourself, but it's more than that. I mean, the differentiating side is the marketing side of it, and you take the fact that you're an expert advisor and you differentiate yourself and use that in a marketing, you know, with a marketing strategy. But what does it mean for the client? And I think that is the core of why we do what we do every day. There are a lot of other business models that don't think that the agent can bring value. So the only thing that they can do is cut what they cost, cut what they charge. The core of me believes that the public and that people deserve that expert advice. Without a group, without a group of people that all believe that same and have that same passion for that, it's difficult to really believe in it. I think we have power as a group, and or much more power than we would individually, and that's the power of the expert advisor.